Scientists have discovered that 95% of your thoughts are negative and repetitive, meaning the same negative thoughts you had yesterday are the same negative thoughts you have today. And we wonder why we're not happy. Today, we're going to talk about how to break that cycle. We're going to talk about conscious happiness. Hey, I'm Matt O'Neill, author of the best-selling book, Good Mood Revolution, Igniting the Power of Conscious Happiness. And here's the thing, we're either consciously choosing to be happy, aware that we're happy, feeling inspired, joyful, loving, excited about our life, or we're living life on autopilot, just hoping and praying for happiness. But hoping and praying is not a great strategy if we want to remain happy most of the time. And in this video, we're going to talk about what you can actually do to feel happy every day. Happiness actually takes work. If you want to have big muscles, you don't get them by sitting on the couch. You know I've got to put in work and go to the gym hours every week. If you want to have great income, you don't sit on the couch and expect to have great income. No, you have to figure out business systems or put in work and time at your job. Same thing goes with happiness. We all want to feel happy, but we think happiness should just be by default. We're just entitled to it. We should just expect to be happy. And most people come to me and ask me, what do I need to do? Where do I need to put my time in order to feel happier? We're going to go through 8 different ways that we can feel happier in this video. Oh, and by the way, if you love feeling happy and you want new tips every single week about how to feel happy, I publish new videos every week. So hit that subscribe button right now so that you can stay plugged into your happiest self. There are only 8 ways that we feel bad. And here's the thing, these 8 different bad moods are common for all of us. If you're experiencing an upset feeling or feeling depressed or feeling anxious, it is just a common human emotion, and it's coming from beliefs that you have inside, beliefs you have about the external world, thoughts that you're thinking, and all of these thoughts can be changed. Those beliefs can be changed. And this is why I always teach that happiness is our choice. We may not know that happiness is our choice if we don't have the skill set yet on how to identify these beliefs, how to see through them, and then how to see the other side and reframe them. But this video, we're going to go through the 8 negative moods, what the lie is that's keeping us stuck in that bad mood, and then what the truth is that will free us and bring us back to conscious happiness. The first bad mood, and the most destructive one, is shame. And this is the one that came from my family line. Look, the reason I do what I do is that my family came through shame. This is the feeling that I'm not enough. I'm not worthy of love. My great-grandfather had it. My grandfather had it. My dad had it. He passed it down to me. And it causes so much hurt and so much destruction because when we feel we're unworthy of love, we then go and do things that push people who love us away from us. So the lie of shame is I'm not enough or I'm unworthy of love. And it comes from a wound of rejection. But what's the truth? The truth is you are always worthy. You are always enough, exactly as you are. You don't have to prove it. You don't have to do anything right. You don't have to go and make $1 million or show your mom and dad that you actually are the success that you always thought you would be. You don't need to do anything to be enough, to be lovable. Exactly as you are perfect, pristine, and beautiful. Our only job at this point is just to see that beautiful perfection within us. And this is how we heal the wound of shame. If you want to go deeper into it, I have an exercise in the book, Good Mood Revolution. You can download it for free actually on my website at matto'neill.com and work through exposing the lies of shame and find that perfection again. The second bad mood, guilt. Guilt is the wound of judgment. It says, I've done bad things and I deserve to be punished for them. And on the flip side, other people out there, they're doing things wrong too, and they deserve to be stopped, corrected, and punished. So anytime you're feeling judgmental or you're judging somebody as wrong, this is that bad mood of guilt showing up within us. And the lie of guilt is that people deserve punishment. But here's the truth, and this is how we heal it. Everybody's doing the best they can, including you. And we're always doing the best we can. We always have done the best we can. We always will do the best we can. Now, we may not have the right skill set yet to do things in a loving and kind way, but we can learn that skill set if we're exposed to it. And that's what I teach. But people don't need more punishment. Their action has a consequence. Your action has a consequence. When we use unloving actions, we get unloving consequences. The consequences are the teacher, but we don't have to punish people beyond that because karma is absolute. So we heal guilt by knowing we're doing our best and then starting to work on ways to become more loving and more kind. The third bad mood that's keeping us from conscious happiness is a feeling of hopelessness. This is the emotion of depression. It's really just being overwhelmed by the demands of life. And man, this is a tough place to be. It's a really dark place to be. I've been there. And if you're there now, the best way out is to get help. It's to reach out to somebody and they will help you. Just asking for help is the best way out of this pretty destructive emotion. But the lie says when we're stuck in this, there's no hope for a brighter future. We just think things are always going to be overwhelmingly hard and that the future is going to be dark and dim. But it's not the truth. Here's the truth. The future is going to be blessed as long as we see it as blessed. And sometimes we need help seeing that. So in this mood, this is the one that I always recommend you seek help if you're feeling this emotion. The fourth bad mood, this is the feeling of sadness or grief. Now, grief can be beautiful. It can be really beautiful to be sad because it shows us how much we love. But the lie behind this emotion is that something has changed. We're like clinging to a past that is gone, that we've lost this thing or this person and life will never be as beautiful. But that's not the truth. The truth is, again, that life will become as beautiful as our mind becomes. And regardless of what we've lost or what has changed, if we've lost health or ability or a job or a career or someone we love, that there's always going to be beauty in the future if we look for it. So getting out of this emotion is one, understanding that life always changes. Nobody lives forever. We're all going to die. Everything's going to change. It's part of life, but we are eternal and our soul lives on. And every single experience, even the ones we lose from, we gain something from because we learn and we grow from it. And so that's how we solve the bad mood of grief and sadness. The fifth bad mood, anxiety or fear. And anxiety and fear are rampant in today's society. They keep us out of conscious happiness because we just feel an anxiousness about everything that's going on. And why wouldn't we? I mean, we've got our phones and they're always buzzing and they're always beeping and everything seems so urgent. And the news is telling us that everything is bad. And everyone around us is watching these anxiety-inducing TV shows like Severance. But the lie of anxiety is that the future is going to get us. Something is coming to get us. The other shoe's going to drop. Bad things are coming for us. And this is fear. But that's just a lie. And here's the truth is that whatever we focus on expands. So when I'm focusing on what's going to hurt me, I'm actually attracting to myself things that'll hurt me. And when I focus on what I want in life, I attract to me what I want in life. The way out of fear and anxiety is to focus on what we do want, to see 2 or 3 moves that we want in life, like a beautiful, loving marriage or great relationships with our family members or happiness in our heart. And it keeps the fear and anxiety away when I focus on what I do want. Number 6 of the bad moods, 6 of 8, is desire, or this feeling that we need more and more and more. And this is insatiable. For me, when I was coming up, I thought if I had money, if I just had money, if I made a lot of money, then I'd be happy. Or if I had the career I wanted, then I'd be happy. Or if I had the family I wanted, then I'd be happy. And so I went and I had this desire to make more money and have a great career and have children and get the wife. And I got all of those things. And yet I still wasn't happy. And so I said, well, what do I need? I need more money and a bigger career. And if I had kept on that path, eventually I might have said, well, I need a newer wife and a newer car. And these are like midlife crisis type thoughts. Thankfully, I woke up from it. And the lie of desire is that I don't have enough. It's not true. You always have enough. In fact, you always have exactly what you need. And so the truth to overcoming this bad mood is gratitude for what we have and seeing all the abundance already in our life. All right, number 7 of 8, the 7th bad mood is the signature bad mood. anger. When we picture somebody in a bad mood, we picture somebody angry. Anger, the lie of anger, says somebody did something wrong. They did something wrong and hurt me, or they did something wrong and hurt somebody I care about, or they did something wrong and hurt people I don't even know, but they did something wrong and they need to be punished. And I need to get revenge. Anger is a curved sword. When we go to strike somebody with our angry sword, it curves around and it cuts us. And so we can't be angry and happy at the same time. And what's the truth here is that anger can actually be pretty helpful when we look at a situation we don't like that's making us angry. And rather than saying they did it wrong, we look at ourselves and we could say, what can I change about me? How could I become a better version of me? How can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? How can I protect myself better in the future? And when we turn it around and look at ourselves and trying to improve ourselves rather than being angry at everybody else and thinking we're a victim, we say, I'm not a victim. I'm actually someone who's got a lot of personal responsibility, and I can take responsibility for my life and make changes for my life. Anger becomes a really helpful force in our life, and this is how we diffuse it. And number 8, the last of the bad moods, is the sneakiest one. It's pride. And I say it's sneaky because it sounds pretty good to feel proud of yourself or to have pride in your organization. And it is, until it's overused. Because pride overused becomes arrogance. And arrogance says, I'm better than others. And anytime we feel better than others, it's not a truth. I used to meditate with a monk named Muni Natarajan. And I love Muni, and he still teaches meditation classes. You should find him. He's awesome. We used to say this chant, and the chant was, I am better than no one, and no one is better than me. And it's so beautiful because it's true. All of us are part of the one big whole. Everyone is deserving of love and admiration. And this is how we diffuse pride. We actually diffuse it with humility. Now, at the beginning of the episode, I said we grow our strength by working on our muscles in the gym, or we grow our income by working on our career, or likewise, we grow our relationships by putting time into our relationships. Same thing goes with happiness. So how do we put time into our happiness? Step 1, we just did. You have to really understand those 8 bad moods that keep us out of happiness. Understand what the lies are that create them. Number 2, we got to put in time every day, asking ourselves, am I feeling happy and inspired and joyful today? Or am I suffering from one of those 8 bad moods? This is how it looks in my life. I grab a journal and a pen every morning with my cup of coffee, and I ask myself, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy do I feel today? Am I pretty upset, or am I really, really happy, number 10? If I'm an 8, 9, or a 10, great. I'm living the life I want to live. But if I'm below an 8, if I'm a 6, a 7, a 5, a 4, even a 1, which I am sometimes, I say, okay, what is this mood? What are the bad mood, negative thoughts that are showing up? And this is the daily exercise to become consciously happy. This morning, in my journal, I identified 17 negative thoughts. And then after I had those 17 negative thoughts out, I looked at each one and said, how could I reframe this thought? How could I see it in a different way? What's the lie here? And what's another angle of the truth that I could look at? And now here we are a few hours after, and I feel amazing and the happiness has come back. So this is the daily work to become consciously happy. It is totally worth the effort to every day work on changing our thoughts and changing our beliefs to be happy. Happiness truly is your choice. It's your choice because it's your beliefs and it's your thoughts that are keeping you from being consciously happy. And if you don't have this skill set yet, I also say happiness is a skill. And I teach that skill in my book, Good Mood Revolution. Feel free to get a copy of it or just subscribe to this YouTube channel because I post new videos about how to be happy for free every week. My friends, Matt and Ash, the yoga couple, wrote a wonderful book called The Inner Work of Relationships. It is another great resource for understanding these emotions and how to be happy. But if you've got a specific question, reach out, put it in the comment section. I read every comment and respond to all of them. if you really want to up your happiness game, listen to the Good Mood Revolution podcast or subscribe to the Good Mood Revolution YouTube channel. Your happiness is your choice, and I am here to help you make a choice to be consciously happy. We'll see you on the next video.